Hi everybody and welcome back to my end of October vlog style wrap up. Let's jump into it. I'm here to update you on the books that I have read in October since the end of Spookathon. It's not that many, but it is a couple. Today is Wednesday the 23rd. Spookathon ended on the 20th, so in that time span I have finished a couple of books and I wanted to share with you exactly what I have finished and my ratings and my thoughts going into the end of the month. I am really hoping to like crush some more books, but we're gonna have to wait and see. I finished Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I have a couple tabs in this. I did annotate this. This was one of the books that my Patreon peeps picked out. So after a certain tier, you get to pick a book that I will read, annotate, and send to you, and you get to keep on your shelves with all my thoughts. So I've got some tabs in this. This is going to Sydney. I did end up enjoying this. I gave it 3 stars. I didn't love it, but it was perfectly fine. It was interesting to see the differences between the movie and the book, but there are giant chunks of exposition in this that I don't enjoy in a novel format. I really did not like the way that romance and love was portrayed in this. It is stalkerish and obsessive and dangerous. It was like almost every relationship was portrayed as this like all-consuming thing that you just can't control your actions. So even though somebody's telling you to stop and to go away and to stop harassing them, you don't. I did not like it. I was not a fan. And it was romanticized that like this was something that was I'm not a fan. Anyway, I also finished the first book in the Archived series. I finished the Archived. I am currently listening to Unbound, so I do have a bookmark in this for where I am. I'm about 7 or 8 chapters into Unbound, but I did finish the Archived. I gave that 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not very surprised. I enjoy Victoria Schwab's writing, and this one was a series that I've been really waiting to get to. I think with the completion of this series, I've read everything she's written, with the exception of like the commission stuff that she wrote at the beginning of her career. I read The Near Witch all the way through to like her, I guess Tunnel of Bones was the most recent. So I've actually read everything. I plan on continuing to read everything. None of them have been like super crazy 5-star reads, but I really do enjoy all of them. So that's a thing that I read. I'm currently reading Come Tumbling Down by Shauna McGuire, and I'm taking my time with that one. I've kind of narrowed down for the end of the month what I want to like prioritize. A Constellation of Roses by Miranda Acevedo and Girls of Storm and Shadow are definitely on there, as well as Blood Magic and The Forgotten Girl I still want to try. But I think this is going to be my next read. I'm going to go with Girls of Storm and Shadow because I really want to try to read this before November 5th. I'm not going to have time after October ends because I've got my writing retreat. So if I want to read this before it releases, I have to read it now. So that's going to be my goal. I'm probably going to start this now because I don't have a physical read outside of Come Tumbling Down. So I'm going to give this one a go. All of that while being mildly under the weather. I've got some kind of like weird stomach bug and my head has just been pounding for the last couple of days because we had this system of rain come through. The pressure is really high. It hasn't been fantastic, but I've been getting some reading done still. So all in all, not horrible. I do have time to read today. So I will be taking Girls of Storm and Shadow with me on the run while I go sit in car line. I have high expectations, so we'll see. But that's it for this update. It is me, and I am here with an update to my reading vlog for November, which I've already started. Just wanted to update you. It's October. Oh man. All right, so this is the end of October reading vlog. I don't have as much going on post Spookathon because I'm prepping for NaNoWriMo, so I'm fully into Preptober. So I did read The Unbound, which is the second book of the Archive series by Victoria Schwab. I'm hoping there's another one, but who knows? It was quite a while between the first two. I really love The Archived. I gave Unbound 4 stars. I did enjoy it a whole lot. The audiobooks were great, and I'm really glad to have this on my shelf. I believe at this point now, that is everything from Victoria Schwab. I believe at this point I read everything from Victoria Schwab, including V.E. Schwab's works, so that brings me up to date on everything she's ever published. Book 2 wrapped things up a little too neatly for Mackenzie. Like, yes, a lot happened and a lot was like really gritty and not fantastic, but still felt convenient. I also finished Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I went ahead and gave that one 3 stars, and I really enjoyed annotating it and sending that one off to Sydney because that's her book. That's her thank you for being a Patreon supporter. So, and then she actually recommended me my next read, which was The Seas by Samantha Hunt. And I listened to that in audiobook. I want to say it was like 5-ish hours long and actually narrated by the author. And I loved it. I 5-starred it. And I know there's no way I would have ever found that book without her recommendation because it was just not on my radar at all. It was a magical realism, fantabulous, literary fiction, I want to say. Like, it's still a fiction, but it felt very literary. It was gorgeous. The writing style was stunning, but it was difficult to read. I don't know if it ever says exactly where they are, but they're definitely north, like not Alaska, I don't think. But they were talking about like frozen waters and icebergy things, so maybe it's Alaska. Maybe it was Alaska. I don't know, but it's a very remote town, and it's a very isolated small town with a lot of drinking, like a very big addiction problem. And we follow a girl whose father has been lost out at sea on a fishing boat, and she believes that she is a mermaid and that her father is out there somewhere waiting for her. She falls in love with a man who is, I think, 15 years her senior, and then he goes off to war and comes back and is not the same man. And I think for the majority of the story, we're following her at 19 and he's like 33, 34. It's dark. It's difficult to read. It is really beautifully written though, and really, really magical and lyrical and gorgeous, but definitely dark. I would say trigger warnings for depression, self-harm, suicide, alcoholism. Definitely really, really cool. Definitely wouldn't have been on my radar without Sydney, so thank you very much to Sydney because I really, really enjoyed that. The Seas and The Unbound. I am currently in the middle of Girls of Storm and Shadow. I'm also in the middle of Come Tumbling Down, and I am in the middle of the audiobook for Beartown, but it expires today, and I do have the physical book. I'll continue with that one in physical book at some point. Hard pressed to imagine I finish too much before the end of the month. Today is the 29th. I have 2 more days. Again, I'm doing Preptober stuff. I'm hoping to still get done Girls of Storm and Shadow. I have a significant amount of time today while I'm at work, actually, where I can read Girls of Storm and Shadow, and that's going to be my main focus. I really am enjoying Come Tumbling Down, but I want to enjoy it, like, and take my time with it a little bit. So I will update you one last time, do another, like, reading wrap up, but since finishing the Spookathon, I've only finished The Archived, Practical Magic, The Unbound, The Seas. 4 books. It's not the worst in 7 days, right? 'Cause the readathon ended on the 20th. So, like, it's not horrible, but that's it for now. Hi guys, it's Julie. I am here with the end of October vlog for my reading. Let's go over everything that I've read. Today is the 30th. I am not finishing anything before the end of the month. I know this. Today is a busy day for me. Tomorrow is Halloween, and when you're a nanny, that means a crazy day. And then Amber comes in and we leave the next day for my writing retreat. So I am not reading anything else. I did start the audiobook for Aurora Rising. I am still reading Come Tumbling Down. I am still reading Girls of Storm and Shadow. My audiobook for Beartown returned, so I only got about 100 pages into that. So yeah, I'm not gonna finish anything else. So I want to go over everything that I read and just kind of wrap everything up. Since the end of Spookathon, I have finished in this particular vlog The Archived, The Unbound, Practical Magic, and The Seas, and they were all relatively good ratings. But in general, for the month of October, I read 21 books. And I read 5,897 pages, which is really good for me. I read 9 books during Spookathon. I'm going to go over everything. Beyond the Black Door, and that one was a 4-star read. Sparrow Hill Road by Shauna Maguire was 5-star. Alien Echo by Shauna Maguire was 3-star. The Girl in the Green Silk Gown by Shauna Maguire was 3-star. Teeth in the Mist by Dawn Kurtagich, I believe, was 4 stars. My Dark Vanessa was Kate Elizabeth Marshall, was 4 stars. Although, honestly, I keep thinking about that book. I might bump it back up, but we'll see. I have Save the Cat Writes a Novel, 5 stars. This Darkness Mine by Mindy McGinnis was 4-star. The Hollow Girl by Hilary Monahan was 5-star. Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab was 4 stars. I have Small Spaces by Catherine Arden, 4 stars. The Constant Art of Being a Writer and Writing the Breakout Novel are both 3 stars. I've read a couple of other books on writing since then as well. I just didn't include them all, but I've read, I think, 2 or 3 more as well. In the Shadow of the Spindrift House by Myra Grant was 4 stars. Lock Every Door by Riley Sager was 3 stars. Bury Me by somebody I don't remember was 5 stars. The Hexed Omnibus graphic novel was 5 stars. The Archived by Victoria Schwab was 4 stars. I didn't 5-star. Alright, so The Archived and Unbound were both 4-star. And then Practical Magic was 3 star. The Seas by Samantha Hunt was 5 stars. That's a lot of books, guys. I read a ton this month. I enjoyed everything that I read. I really think that for a genre of thriller horror that I don't read that often, having that many highly rated books was really impressive for me. I was really happy with my reading overall. I do not anticipate that level of reading to continue for next month with NaNoWriMo and everything that I am doing, but I do have high hopes that I will still knock out a good number of things. I also have an announcement video coming up soon that you will see, which will hopefully encourage me to read a couple more things, and we'll see what I can get done while also writing. I'm hoping to find some kind of like a really good balance since I am used to writing every day. I think I'll be able to do that. So let's cross our fingers. I hope you guys will stick with me and see what I can accomplish. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning what I read in the month of October and my favorite spooky reads. A lot of standouts this month, really, and a lot that I'm really excited that I got to read and finally braved enough. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys liked it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I put up new videos, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.